Hola amigos! The 10th month of the year. Hopefully we can enjoy it the best way we can. We can talk about so many amazing games that have amazing stories. We can also discuss about the work behind a game or a company. There's also the option of discussing who is going to be Super Smash Bros. Ultimate last DLC fighter. So we're wasting another month of our lives because of this. Listen, don't get me wrong. But this is getting boring. Maybe the addition of Toad can change my opinion about the game. Yo, let's go! So with the last DLC character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, we all have that thought in our minds. Who can it be? It could be him. It could be him. It could be him. It could be literally anybody. With the last additions on the game, it's no secret that anybody can join into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. A circle has joined the game, an emo circle has joined the game, a square has joined the game, so there's potential for a bunch of mascots that are out there. But before we get into the predictions, let me just say my thoughts about the close of this game's DLC. Now, do I think this game will have another fighter pass? Do I like the addition of violence to Smash? No. Then no. I think this game is good to go and to leave that mark of being one of the biggest crossovers in gaming. I don't see the necessity of adding more and more characters onto this game. Sure, you might want to see Steve versus the Fortnite guy, but that just feels like overdoing it, you know? Sure, we might have the biggest crossover in gaming if we keep adding more and more characters, but then we'll come to a point where new players aren't going to decide who to pick, or also way too many good characters to choose, or way too many bad characters. There's a thing of making every single character balanced, or well, at least Sakurai and the team tries to make the game more balanced with time passing by. Take an example, the 1.0 tier list that had Inkling as an S tier character being really good. Then we go to this times where we see Inkling now in A tier. It's still a good character, but they just made some tweaks to make this character more balanced. The thing with releasing a character is that you have to look at a bunch of the characters so that it doesn't become way too broken or way too weak when fighting with other characters. There are tier lists and many people ranking who is the best character and who isn't, but seeing how every update they change some of the characters, that tier list changes over and over. So there may be a character better than the other, but that doesn't mean that that character is the one that you're going to use exclusively. Every character has potential to be the best, it just depends on how well the players play the actual game. Now sure, I do not agree with this thought compared to Super Smash Bros. Melee for an example, seeing how in that game there is a ton of unbalanced characters, but I think in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, every character feels like the best or the worst. So what were we talking about? Oh yeah, last fighter. There are a ton, and I mean a ton of characters that have potential for them to be the last character. There's the people that say that another Microsoft representation is coming to Smash, this one being Master Chief from Halo. There are other people saying that Crash Bandicoot is going to smash his way into the game. There are people saying that Goomba is making his way into the game, and I don't have a catchphrase for this one. But you know what I say? I don't care who gets at it. I think we reached the point that there is a character for everyone. Do you want to play as Ryo? Yeah! Do you want to play as Ryo 2.0? Yeah! Do you want to play as Ryo 3.0? Yeah? Do you want to play as Ryo 4.0? How many are there? There is variants of variants. How cool is that? Now, in all seriousness, I don't find this that cool seeing how some characters take spot in the game that I find myself asking, why? Like, why is there way too many characters from Fire Emblem? The plan with these characters is for them to make a spot for their new game so that they can be more recognizable. Sure, yeah, that's awesome, but that was in Melee. We get it. Everybody likes Fire Emblem. I don't. Now, it's not supposed to be what I like specifically. It should, but it isn't. You can't have a perfect roster for these type of games. That goes for every single fighting game. The case with Super Smash Bros. Is that preference with sword fighters in general. Fire Emblem is just an excuse to add more and more sword characters, and well, I don't mind it that much. The thing is that there are way too many characters from this franchise. Let's take a look. There's Marth, Girl Marth, Red Marth, Serious Marth, Angry Marth, Magic Marth, Dragon Marth, Big Sword Marth, Random Marth. That adds up to 8 characters, and a roster of 83 characters is not that much. Sure, but it builds up 10% of the whole rosters. Now, where am I going with this? Is that there's a high possibility of the next and final character being 1, a sword fighter, or 2, a Fire Emblem character. A sword fighter in general. I certainly don't want the final spot, the most awaited one, to be another Fire Emblem character. That will literally ruin all the hype that it had. I'm sure Fire Emblem fans are going to be happy that another character from Fire Emblem adds up to the pile. But aren't you happy with 8 characters by now? Shit, I'm happy for 1 character from my franchise. You don't see me asking for another character from Minecraft now, do you? Another character that I see a lot of potential being added is one that I've already mentioned, Crash Bandicoot. As we know, the rivalry between Nintendo and PlayStation is kind of dead. Seeing how Crash Crash Bandicoot has been appearing on every console including Nintendo, there is a possibility of watching Crash Bandicoot vs Steve. This character also works as a really good way, I might say even perfect, to end the DLC of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, the addition of a character we never thought of being in it till today. I think Crash Bandicoot is one of the characters that if he gets added or not, I wouldn't make such a big deal about it, because he has the same chances of being in it or not being in it. You might say that with every character, but that's not the case. You can feel when a character has more possibilities than other characters, but I think Crash Bandicoot falls into that category of he can be in it, he can't, who knows. Moving on, oh god. The addition of Master Chief onto Smash is one that I don't mind at all, but this might seem excessive with the Microsoft representation. With this one, there will be 3 from Microsoft, and no other big companies such as Microsoft get the opportunity of adding 3 characters from their own onto Super Smash Bros. So if this truly happens, it might be a little bit exaggerated, I don't know. It's still 3 characters, it's not that big, but it just feels like unnecessary, you know. Either way, I don't run Nintendo, I just criticize them, okay? If they want to add 50 Microsoft representations, they're in the freedom to do it. Now, there are a lot of characters that I really want on the game, but they're all deconfirmed by me costumes or just not having that much chances of getting into the game. Now, a character that I see potential of making it is Sora. Not that much potential, but it's up there. Sora is an interesting character. I honestly thought this was a character from Final Fantasy, till I realized he's with Mickey and Goofy. Anyways, he has been a fan favorite just like any other big name like Gino. The thing with this character is that Nintendo doesn't seem to say anything about this character, like literally anything. At least with Gino they did confirm with me costumes and all of that, but with this character there is no information about this character making it onto the roster. This character has originality and it comes from a well-known franchise. It has it all to become the final character for Smash. Except that, I think, for myself, closing the game's DLC with this character can feel a little bit off. I don't find that exciting hearing, "You heard that the last DLC was Sora?" Great, I guess. This character would have been perfect in other spots like the first DLC character for the second bundle or something like that. I'm not the biggest fan of Kingdom Hearts, it's a good game, don't take me wrong, but this character doesn't deserve to be the last character of the DLC bundle pack. It should have been right in between of the characters instead of the last character to close the additions. And now, the last character that I don't see that much potential of being in it, but it will close the game in a perfect way just like Crash Bandicoot, is Waluigi. Waluigi is a weird case for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate with every game in general. It seems like Mario, Luigi, Peach and Wario can get their own game, but Waluigi doesn't. That's not a requirement when it comes to Super Smash Bros. You don't really need a game to be in it. I mean, Daisy and Piranha Plant are in it, so there's no problem with Waluigi being in it, right? Seeing this character as the last character for the DLC is something that would be super cool and so awesome from Nintendo, but it's Nintendo, so it's never going to happen. The community has merely wanted Waluigi in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Until this day, he has been an assist trophy in every single game. Waluigi truly deserves more when it comes to Super Smash Bros. Now, it's true that a game based on Waluigi can be something so amazing if it's well done. Then from that game, take moves and add them onto Super Smash Bros. But that's a work for a company that cares about their fans, isn't it? I might sound angry at Nintendo every time, but it's not anger towards the company. It's disappointment seeing wasted potential characters, as an example, Waluigi. So in conclusion, yes, I truly want Waluigi in Super Smash Bros. After many hours of thought, he deserves to be in there. But I don't think Nintendo will add him, seeing how every new title they never bothered to add him, not even in DLC, so I don't think this will be the exception. And if he somehow becomes the last DLC fighter, that would be the most perfect way to close the DLC bundle pack, even better than the addition of Crash Bandicoot. I think these are some of the characters that I imagine being the last DLC character. You can take my word for it, seeing how I predicted. Oh, and also, and don't forget. So yeah, I'm kinda like the best predictor of all time. But in all seriousness, anybody can be added as the last character. Some can be lamer than others, yeah, that's for sure. But we all got to respect the opinions of others. If somebody wants Master Chief, that's fine at the end. It's not like he's Masahiro Sakurai and will add the character a day later if he wants it. At the end of the day, everything is depending on Sakurai and his team. So let's learn to respect each other's opinions. Except the one that made this picture, bro, this guy wanted Goomba.